Hello, welcome to episode 7 of What If Civilization Started Over. The last time we saw a lot of expansion in West Africa. Up in Europe, we saw three new countries form. We also saw stuff happen over here in the Middle East and Southern Africa. I also added the provinces map in between last episode and this episode. And the first event that will be taking place will actually be a capital change. The red team here, they will be moving their capital from where the former Orange team was, back down to here where their original capital used to be. And be a popular move with a lot of the citizens as capital holds a lot of religious value that um very important to the people. Now we'll actually not be going too far. We'll be going down to this gold team as they will be expanding a bit south along this river. They will be taking all of this territory, and South Africa will also expand over here. They'll take this territory. South Africa will also in decide to invade this kind of Mozambique team. They'll push up from here and meet up with this river, which I do not know the name of. They will just go up to this river, and that's all they will take. They will sign a white peace with them. And this is how the new borders in Southern Africa look now. Next, we'll be going over to West Africa, where a new country will form under here in this Benin area. This red team, and they will just look like this with their capital being right here at the coast. We'll also see the rest of this land get partitioned by the green team, the purple team, the red team, the yellow team, the orange team, and this is how it will look. I had to change a lot of their colors because it really wasn't contrasting well, but trust me, this looks better than what it could have been. Next, we're heading over to Arabia where a few things will happen. The first is these people from the Qatari country will be exploring a lot more of this useless desert. They actually discover a small tribe out here that who knows how long they've been living there. They're a fierce warrior tribe, but Qatar ends up conquering all this land, and the leader of Qatar proclaims himself the God Emperor of the universe. Next, they're going over here to Mesopotamia, where the Mesopotamian team will expand up more along the Tigris and Euphrates, up along here, now becoming very big. The only one thing that's really stopping their expanse is the Iranian mountains, which I believe are something like this. I don't know if that's correct though. So some scouts that have actually gone out this way have reported back and confirmed that there are mountains there that are pretty much impassable. So instead, Mesopotamia will keep on expanding up this Iraqi area in between the Tigris and Euphrates, building up a lot of strength from any wanderers that might pass through their territory, as their influence grows a lot over Qatar, India, and even Egypt a bit, as Egypt still does have this colony over here, which they will be expanding and exploring from. Eventually, they explore along the past the Sinai Peninsula and up into the Levant region. Very much a lot of it, but not claim it yet. Because to them, all they want to do is figure out how to link up all of their claims. So after figuring out that going north won't link them back up, they head south again following along this river until they find land they already have been to. So they'll continue their odyssey, heading west again, and finally meeting back up with Egyptian territory. Then they'll keep on exploring Sinai, which is a very difficult task. I'm pretty sure it's really mountainous, especially in the south. Over time, they'll eventually explore all of it. Next, we're staying in Asia as we're going to the Gujarat team. They will expand south. Well, they will explore south a lot, also more into central India. They go up north a bit, mostly following along the Indus River, and now it is time to expand for them. They expand a lot really fast. They force a lot of citizens out of their homes to populate this new area, well, all the new areas that they claim, and this is really not going to sit well with the citizens, as these new areas will instantly begin to start breaking away. The first rebellion that we're going to see is this orange team up here in the north. So this land over here along the Indus River, they will be breaking away. Also, there will be a reddish team over here in between these rivers. They will break away. Next, there will be a yellow team south here. They're basically barbarians. They're looked down upon even by the other rebel groups. In the north again, up here there'll be green team breaking away. And last but not least, in the main area of the country, a rebellion will start around here and will eventually gain momentum. Another one propping up around here. They'll siege the capital until they capture it and the Indian country surrenders. East will look like this, with there being a bunch of new countries creating here in South Asia. And one of the first things you'll be seeing is people from this orange team going on an expedition to find some other people to start trading with more, as they're kind of the ones that got hit the hardest by this whole thing, even though they were the first ones to break away. Their capital region right here, it is a port city, but it's a very small port city compared to almost every other country, as their trading access can be completely blocked by the pink team with this strait, as they do have a superior navy, as the most centralized area of the former blue team was right around here. But the orange team will stand south, going under the Iranian mountains, and they'll go across here until they head back. There's rumors that if they cross this body of water, there'll be land here. So he crosses the body of water, and the group heads down along the UAE, along the Trucial coast, and they end up meeting up with Qatar. They get taken in by the God Emperor of the universe, and they have a meeting with him in the capital. He tells them where they are. He gives them a basic map which looks nothing like this. It's got a lot of blank spaces. There's a bunch of stuff that doesn't exist. And he's told to head north if he wants to find the Mesopotamian team. So he keeps heading north, traveling along here, until he meets up with Mesopotamia. And at this point, the leader of the group, he will tell the Mesopotamians about what happened in India, about how the whole country collapsed and now it's just reduced to this. And 6 total states that all claim themselves as the rightful ruler of India. And he requests aid from Mesopotamia and to be recognized as the official ruler, which Mesopotamia will actually send a lot of aid. And this causes the Orange team to start building their influence, especially over the Green team and the Red team. We will also be seeing the first military alliance form between the Orange team and the Green team. Basically, what this military alliance states is the Orange team will relinquish its claims over the Green team, same thing vice versa, but the Orange team, as the leader of this military alliance, will keep their claims over the Pink team, but the Green team will relinquish their claims over that. So it's kind of complicated, but to simplify it, the Orange team is recognized as the rightful heir to the Blue team, even though it still exists, and the Green team agrees to not be. Heading back to the Maghreb country, they will continue their exploration into the Moroccan coast, just heading along here, exploring all this. They will cross the Strait of Gibraltar, head up into Andalusia, and they will end up connecting up their colonies, and this will kind of confirm a theory that Europe is a separate entity, just separated by a sea, but it's still probably connected to Africa in one way. So they will explore all this and greatly expand their colonies. They'll get all of this land up into Tangiers. They'll also take large portions of Andalusia, and very quickly they're becoming like less of a Maghreb exclusive country and more of just a Mediterranean country. They also expand into Italy and explore up all of this coast here. Actually, the Brick team will cross the Taranto Strait and land in Albania. They'll send a lot of explorers this way. They think that this land connects back up to Italy somewhere around here because they don't know that the Maghreb team explored and claimed all this. So they'll keep on looking for that, but they won't end up finding it. And this will disgruntle a lot of the explorers. So they will revolt away and form this Scion team here. And as for the rest of this Albanian coast, the Brick team will just claim all of this. Staying in North Africa, both these Maghreb countries and Egypt will be expanding a bit more into the Sahara. They're getting to the harsh parts now. So they will just end up claiming a bit of land down here. Like this for the Maghreb country, this for Egypt, and yeah, that looks good for now. But Egypt will also be slightly going deeper into their colony in Turkey. They don't really go that much deeper into it because it's not that profitable, and they're thinking about potentially abandoning it at this point. Next, going back down to Madagascar, the blue team will continue to expand more this colony, and eventually, after a lot of exploration and claiming, there will be a pretty large protest over here along this river where there's a main city where a lot of trade happens and stuff. And the blue team will send in their forces and they'll massacre every single one of the protesters. And this is the breaking point for this colony as they decide to declare independence from the blue team. I think this color good. Yeah. They declare independence from the blue team. And their capital will be right along this river where that city was where the massacre occurred. And just like that, the blue team is really starting to fall off. We'll be heading back to Mesopotamia as they're going to explore, they're going to go past the Iranian mountains, and to go down, meet up with this other explored land, following along it. Eventually, they're gonna make the jump from here to the Trucial coasts. They're gonna head to Oman, and they're gonna realize that they're very close to India. So they go back over here. They take a boat back to Iran. They keep on exploring all this until they meet up with the Orange team, and the Orange team and Mesopotamia make an agreement. They will set up a line which is going to be about like here, and the Orange team cannot go past this line, neither can the Mesopotamian team. So Mesopotamia is going to begin exploring further into Iran, pushing up against the mountains, and they're going to begin their colonization of it as they move in, start to try and take it, as it's going very well for them, and they're easily the most influential nation in Asia at this point. And their exploration is not going to stop as they follow the Tigris and Euphrates fully up into this Anatolian land. They also head to Hatay and meet up with Egypt. They will just keep on exploring the Syria and the Levant till they reach the basically just dry desert. So they're going to be continuing their claims all the way up and ending up with here and just following along all of this, make a nice border that easily defendable and kind of natural. We are going to be going back to southern Africa as more exploration will occur along this river as the South Africans will continue to just discover all this land. They're getting very used to the high up terrain, which is helping them. Eventually, for an expedition along this coast, a new country is set up, and there's going to be this dark red Angolan country right here. They're just going to be some people that no longer wanted to be part of this green team that are just settling north. And speaking of the green team, they will also be expanding up this way a bit. They'll just keep on claiming all of this land for themselves, sending settlers there. And so far, the green team is almost this like teal team. They're all very equal to South Africa. So South Africa is just still a bit stronger. Um, there isn't really a rivalry between these two, but they don't have that friendly relations. The whole invasion of the brown team, that definitely helped their invasion. That have definitely helped their relations, but it didn't make them perfect. We'll be staying here around Red Angola, as they are also going to be sending their explosives along these rivers and just be going north, beating up everything. And this expedition will go very well for them. They'll expand a bit past these rivers and they will make their claims. This is the territory of the Red Angolan team. They'll also explore a bit past these rivers, going up north still, and their capital will be the south along this river right here. But we won't be going too far. We'll be going here to this red team where they will be invading up into the blue team to continue their downfall. Also get this land south of the river, which is kind of undefended. And will go really well. Blue team is very uncoordinated. The country's basically collapsing at this point. So this red team really has no problem just moving in, taking all of this, annexing it, even going a bit further in. And as they continue to push, the blue team will eventually surrender. In the peace treaty, this red team will be getting these provinces and also this green team and this orange team over here, or they're kind of pink. Well, this pastel team will also be getting released, and the blue team really crippled now. Next, a lot more exploration will occur in Europe, with this whole southern French area, this Dalmatian and eventually Venetian area being discovered. All their waters are as well. And also the first French land north of the Pyrenees Mountains is discovered as they go over to, pretty sure this is where Bordeaux is, and they discover some land near the Alps as well. Some expansion at the Cyan team goes further north, same thing with the Maghreb, and they will set up a colony in southern France as well. They're really starting to become a major influencer over this whole region around here. because they already influence Egypt a lot, and Egypt influences Mesopotamia, who influences Qatar and all the Indian states. The final events of this video will just be more exploration in northern Africa as they push kind of into the Congo again, and also north into these Ethiopian territories, I believe, and just some basic expansion. Also in Arabia because this colony has been very short for a very long time. So now that it's going to be fixed as Somalia expands along this river. Somalia is a country that is stable but weak militarily. Like, they would lose to the current blue team and the red team and most countries in Africa. They're very stable. There's like not any risk of revolt. Next, the red team who will be getting a lot of territory up to here, which is all they will be able to claim. They fall along this river and meet up with Somalia. Last but definitely not least, the yellow team will also stand up here. That will be it for this episode of What If Civilization Started Over.